Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Monster Movie. With me is Admiral Teague. How you doing, Teague?
You know what? I woke up crazy this morning and I think it's going to power me through my day.
That's always good. And we have several people in the chat already. Hello to Kevin Seems Park Adventures. Good to
Hello,
see you, Kevin. And Gavin. Welcome, Gavin.
sir.
Hey, buddy. Welcome to the
Our
show,
boy,
guys.
our good friend Buddy Hepburn. Hello to you
Today,
two. You know what, guys? Let's give this a couple of minutes set up before we go in there. What we're going to do is we're getting Gerb ready here for like a full launch. So you know what? Like we're going to analyze this movie a little bit with what is known as the tag team interviews, Teague and Germ. So, Germ, what movie will we be seeing today?
today we have the last in the Millennium Era and the 50th anniversary film, 2004's Godzilla Final Wars.
Is this a precedented Godzilla? Is this a standalone sort of movie? Is there a chain of causality? Because we have gone in and out of that in the last few movies.
It is very much a jumble. None of the other movies are technically canon to this one, but in universe, he has been a problem for 100 years, and it has led to the creation of the Earth's Defense Force,
Are
which
we a little bit
is,
in our own future?
yeah, it is. I don't believe they give an exact year, but it's sometime near the end of the 21st century.
Question: do we go full loopy with the clothes? They think it's Star Trek.
They are kind of out there.
All right,
They
so
seem to have ripped off the best of Japanese manga to create some of the stuff in this.
that's kind of exciting versus what I thought. Like your basic future person, Buck Rogers style star. Tracksuit.
Let's get this started. This is kind of a long one. 2 hours,
That's
five
what she
minutes.
said. Whoa, that is really long. All right, so it's a different Godzilla suit for sure.
Yeah, everything's
But
brand new for this one. This they knew going into this one Godzilla was going on a hiatus, so they spared no expense.
this looks like we're doing a cold open rather than jumping in with a mashup of stuff that's already happened. This is the cold open, huh?
This is the cold open. This is
Appropriately in the Arctic.
yeah, he's they're fighting in Antarctica. This is actually a few years before the main body of the movie.
Bold move having a cold open. That's unusual for a Godzilla movie. I don't know how many others I remember having one.
Not a lot of them.
Godzilla -1 sort of had a cold open. Yes,
A
he
little
is,
bit.
Gav. Gavin is correct. Admiral Avatar seemed to be pleased there, Jerm.
Yeah.
Or is it Captain Avatar?
A lot of classic footage.
Yeah, I guess they had some licensing money.
No, that's all Toho.
Look at this. I did my part. It's Power Rangers meets Starship Troopers. Was Starship Troopers out by the time they made this?
Yeah, a good 7 years.
Yeah, there's some influence going on, isn't there?
Well, it's
It has helped
basically the
this
same
Godzilla
stuff.
movie, by the way. I guess this is to the Japanese audience was military training. To us, it was unstructured gay dancing. But you know what? Both are pretty entertaining
Yeah.
to
Well,
watch, at least.
as far as the uniforms go, both Starship Troopers and these are all based off of motocross padding.
Yeah, different approach though. Like, these were much more colorful and hey, and Starship Troopers, everything was black. Did they say music by Sum 41?
Might be.
Wow. Wow, they got new laser trucks for this one. We have a lot of new stuff.
Everything in this movie is completely brand new.
One and done for this movie, or is this a new era of toys?
It is one and done. Everything goes into storage after this. The original plan was to put the franchise on hiatus for 20 years. They only made it 12 until Shin Godzilla came out.
He's like Godzilla's cousin, right?
He's Godzilla's retarded little brother. We'll have to see Shin Godzilla next week. Some of it is just disappointing.
So I don't think it's the future. It's looking like alternate history. It said 2004, didn't it? So we're talking alternate present.
Possibly.
They had really enjoyed Sky Captain and the
Yeah.
Adventure of Tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah. If it did say 2004, if that's not the production date they're pushing, that was a mistake because the actual plot synopsis says it's late 21st century. Godzilla's been around for 100 years.
Well, Godzilla has been around for 100 years, right? In lore, World War II was like 80 some odd years ago. World War II started 97 years ago. I'm sorry, 87 years ago.
Yeah, in lore, he first showed up on that island around 45.
So for them, it's like 70 years.
Yeah.
It's not much.
Actually,
so this is 2045 at the most. You know what? They couldn't read English, and when they put the American lettering in there, they messed it up. Or they didn't care. Their ship is cool.
Yeah. Well, the Japanese are always pretty free about putting English stuff, especially that weird combination of Japanese and English with Japanese styling. Because
yeah,
easily
they love that.
2/3 of the country can at least read English because it's taught in elementary school.
That guy, by the way, I would just like to point out, has definitely danced shirtless at a nightclub and felt the stubble of another man's mustache on his upper lip. That guy is no threat to any of the hot chicks in this movie.
Well, sometimes when you're an actor, you have to take some odd jobs to pay the rent.
So, Jerb, just while we're watching this, I just want to say, I'm not sure, sir, but there are some indications that the quartering has gone insane.
Anything he does, I wouldn't be surprised. He's not the most stable of personality types.
Every time I see him, he's twitching like he's on a bunch of psych meds.
It might be the coffee. He had a lot of
He's
that left when that business venture went south.
Meme copium has been just destroying him every weekend. So yeah, I saw 3 more glorious, hilarious hours of it today.
This is by far the highest production value Godzilla movie they have ever made. Surprisingly, they still got it in under $20 million.
It's not that surprising. I believe that in Japan they get like huge subsidies to make Godzilla, right? It's going to be an export.
Well, he's
Got some
considered
help.
a national treasure. He has a similar status that James Bond has in Britain. Only it's a little more official in Japan.
Who would ours be, Mr. Matt?
I wouldn't give Mr. Met that type of credit.
Roland Emmerich's Godzilla? King Kong?
King Kong, maybe.
And Bujitsu, the highest form of martial arts. Riker's dad said so. Yeah. I think I saw Riker's father as a bad guy in an episode of the Rockford Files today, Germ.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of stuff back then, so.
Did I tell you who was in episode 3?
Oh, I didn't know this was episode 3.
No. Did I tell you who I saw in episode 3 of Rockford?
I think Mooney's in that one.
Whom?
Bill Mooney?
Mooney's in 2. If you go by, he's actually in episode 1. There's a lot. This is the problem with Rockford. You ready? It's a TV movie that was designed to be a teaser for a pilot to get the network interested, and it did really, really, really well. It was hoped to go into production, but it was sold as a one-off. The pilot did so fucking well that they greenlighted it. That's why I think it's January of one year and it comes back March of the next year. Some crazy stuff like that. The movie's a little earlier. The movie's called Blowback of the Hunter. The title makes no sense, but James Garner's great in it. The chick in it was the chick we saw. Then the first that's 2 episodes of the TV show. When they break it up for syndication, they never show it again. Like the Rockford Files just comes back and you get that crazy catch up that we got. I would speculate they reshowed the movie.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
But in episode 3, you'll never guess what Star Trek actor I saw.
Which one?
This character runs through almost all Star Trek. He's a character in Enterprise, TOS, and TNG.
Really?
Yes. He plays one of the character has been recast in sometimes, but yes. Covering a lot of times. It's not the same actor every time, but it's the actor that we are now most familiar with in the role.
I can only imagine who it was in the 1970s.
They're in Star Trek First Contact.
I can't think of any of them who.
James Cromwell.
It'd have to. Cromwell. Really?
Yeah. He's like 26 years old, maybe younger. He's 6'7" and he's beanpole thin.
Oh, glad he got his start somewhere.
right now I'm thinking, because I finished my video today, we can do a show tomorrow for the first time on a weekday in a while. That something that isn't Star Trek, and
Yeah, that'll
switch
be
it to a
good.
member stream. Switch it to a member stream early, so maybe a Rockford reboot show followed by a member show. We can just hit that button for the first time.
Yeah,
They
I can do
gave it
that.
to us for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's hot, bro. What's with the Yahtzee uniforms, though? I, I'll be burning a hole in her ass. I don't care what that bitch says. She's an asshole, though.
Now, of course, she's an asshole. She works for the government.
They keep getting the same voice actors, and they're just not great, right? Are they?
Yeah, the voiceovers really never paid that well.
By the way, I found out something today doing a little research.
What's that?
In Rockford Files, Rockford has a nemesis,
Really?
not an enemy. They're not enemies. They're not friends either, of course. There's an
Is it accountant?
op. No, it's an opposite. It's a it's a well-funded, very successful, well-regarded, highly successful detective who manages to luck into the answers without much skill at all. And he usually gets a lot of money. He's well covered by the papers, and he's like a celeb detective. And it's played by Tom Selleck. There's 2 episodes with Rockford's opposite.
That's surprising. It was Tom Selleck.
No, it shouldn't be. Get this. After they saw him, they bought him back because people went crazy for him. They loved him. But after the second appearance, they were like, first thought was maybe give him a sequel as this character. And they're like, the character isn't as good. Clone Rockford and send him to Hawaii.
Oh, that makes sense.
Also, Rockford kept doing all the stuff. James Garner kept doing all the stunts until he was such a broken down mess he needed to take like 6 months off, and the network just canceled him for it.
That's unfortunate.
He was the first actor to win a lawsuit against the studio. I didn't realize his last movie is in like 1993. Good run for Rockford,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, last one I remember him in is
Like 93,
yeah,
92.
about that time, The Presidents.
Oh, that yeah. There was a Rockford movie maybe like a year before that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it wasn't a theatrical movie. He did movies of the week. Rockford
Hey, we got
stayed
an
around
offer,
as a movie
girls.
of the week. Yes. These are again. They just any 2 chicks will do, huh?
They realize how Japanese people appear to most everyone else.
At least they matched up their hair in this one. I would still have a threesome with them. Why is everyone wearing like Pink Floyd Yahtzee style outfits? Is that's the EDF outfit?
Yeah, that's the EDF mutants, and there's kind of a fascination with the look of the SS in Japan. Not so much the SS themselves, but the style is as a very niche following.
It wasn't that niche. It got very popular. It was called Hilter Chic, and we all saw the Hilter's fried chicken and everything else that they did. It was ridiculous, but there was some reason to believe that them and the Koreans didn't truly understand what they were doing. Hey, is that John Witherspoon?
I don't believe so.
Good NYPD t-shirts. No, this is just like the only two black guys who lived in Japan, huh? You know, when they send their monsters to destroy New York, they don't send their best anymore. What is this fucking thing?
Well, New York's only worthy of Rodan at best.
That looks like a furry bat.
Well, let
That's
him
pretty
stand
cool,
still for a
though.
second.
That is really cool. The sonic boom. This world is so science fiction that the Japanese are the best at war.
Well, in this universe, they have the most experience. They've been fighting monsters for 100 years.
I find it interesting that they're so much closer to Seattle than New York, but they prefer to come here to film their movie or set their movie. What do you think that's about, Jerem?
Well, there's already enough Japanese here. They think it's actually part of Japan.
That's an attack on Seattle right there. Do you think it's because they blamed you for taking Ichiro away?
Very possible.
That looks like backup Godzilla. What the hell is this piece of shit?
That is backup Godzilla.
Yeah, why is he in this?
He's here for a very specific reason.
This is awesome. He's great. Is that Anguirus?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense that Godzilla 2 is in LA, though. Why wouldn't he be in New York?
LA really isn't famous for the high buildings they wanted Rodan to destroy.
Good point. I'll do this for you too, bro. Yeah, it is. Gavin, you're correct.
Yeah, Toho specifically took the rights away
But they went out
and
there and
put them
acquired the
in this.
rights from whoever.
They required them forcefully.
What do you mean? They sued and won in court?
That was the threat, and well, the studio wasn't in any real hurry to try to defend it and gave it up real easy.
So they gave him like $100 million. Godzilla 1997 finally made some money, and it's just so they can kill him here, right?
Pretty much.
Did they keep the upgrades and improvements?
They did no improvements whatsoever.
But I mean, it was
They
an
didn't even.
improved Godzilla. Whoa, that's the best
They
thing.
didn't
That's the
even bother
best I've ever seen
completely
from Ankaris.
rendering the American Godzilla for this one.
Well, no, French Godzilla or whatever, West German Godzilla could run like 500 miles an hour. What the fuck would they put this thing into the movie for?
Because he
Why
had to
would they
make an
do this?
appearance. People love Minilla.
It's a town on Long Island. That chick's got some real tasteful hair. As in, it looks like ramen. Is that Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Sherm?
Not quite that ugly.
Close.
Everybody gets to make an appearance in this movie, and even the lobster. Yeah, just get a giant pot and some boiling water. He'll be attracted to it through sheer hatred.
I like fake ACDC. They're doing a good job with that.
Yeah, the music is pretty good. Hey, Dan. Yes, Dan, even Godzilla 98 makes an appearance.
It's fun to joke around about it, but like no one wants this Godzilla back.
Yeah,
As in 97 Godzilla.
that's why Sony TriStar didn't really put up a fight.
Their attempt to launch a Godzilla franchise failed spectacularly. They should have let Roland Emmerich make the movie he wanted to make.
Emmerich was never the right choice for that movie.
He didn't want to do it, so I mean, it would seem like you're probably all right.
Yeah, he's not necessarily to blame. The studio is really to blame for that movie going south.
There's a couple of things about that movie that aren't horrible.
The CGI on the monster is okay, but
Also, like
everything else.
the alternative origin tale. If that hadn't been Godzilla,
It's a Jaffa cargo ship. Boy, that's ugly.
I'm just curious, Jerem, how many chapters would you think a panel discussion of 10 minutes needs? 8?
I wouldn't.
5?
I wouldn't think no more than 5.
5. Yeah, I think you're right. I said 3 to 5. Thank you for the confirmation bias.
And yes, they did make them look like the Planet X aliens on purpose. Obviously, aliens have invaded. Or you could just send Mothra up there. Never trust the Asian guy with a goatee.
You know he's wearing a merkin on his face.
Well, Dan, in a certain way, yes, we will see the snakeheads from SG1. If you interpret it liberally.
I chose it because it could fit in my pocket and express my ideas.
That helped too. Except for the giant spaceship. It's funny when there's a literal spaceship hovering above the city, probably the cities he is actually in, he's still denying the existence of aliens.
I mean, these things just happen, right?
Sure.
Good thing I caught that. I almost spelled my own name wrong in the description. I have to fight autocorrect all the time, Chair. It hates my name. It's conspiracy. It's Bill Gates, Chair. He hates me.
Well, he does hate all human life.
Not like he hates me, Chair. We've seen this control room somewhere before.
Probably. Does
Agents
look
of
very
S.H.I.E.L.D.
generic.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Their complex sucks. It's the mall. Well, he treats her real classy. His back is turned too. He could have said like, "All right, I have a moment." I'm still trying to figure out Sith Dan's comment. It's kind of it's pretty funny, like, but I'm not sure I totally understand it. Is he calling you a diehard istophobe? I mean, you're right. Both
Well,
of us. I mean,
that
for
would be
sure.
correct.
Yeah, both of us.
I wouldn't deny aliens hovering above the city.
That either? No.
Hey, we got a has to be an alien in the mayor's office. Human beings can't be made that stupid.
Still pretty sure the aliens just took Bird of Prey 5. They didn't want us to have a genius. They took him for the probably being forced to work for them. We need to mount a rescue operation.
Yeah, he's up there with Elvis.
And, and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he's a lizard man.
I love it. Some 41. Wow, he likes ZZ Top with those super cheap sunglasses, huh? Who's he think he is? Geordie LaForge?
Well, they are based off of the original Planet X sunglasses. Just a little more functional. They're literally lizard men.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a little too on the nose, isn't it? I mean, like, this is nothing we don't already know. Is this a documentary?
In a way, yes. We too did have lizard men almost conquer and destroy the world, but they put in an decrepit elderly lizard and people saw right through him.
80's not that old.
Whatever age you got dementia, it's old.
Oh, you mean Biden? Yeah, Biden was pretty undeniably out of it.
I've seen corpses more up to date on things than Joe Biden was.
He was still only the second worst candidate in that race.
Well, yeah, dead does trump drunk.
He wasn't going to do anywhere near the harm she would have done. You know what? The drunk thing, I don't know if there's anything to it. All I know is that she was unable to make it go away with her force of personality, which means she didn't have what it took.
Well, she wasn't one of those charismatic drunks. She's one of those whiny drunks.
Whether she was drunk or had an unfortunate combination of traits, if you are drunk or you laugh nervously before every statement and then tend to talk in a cackle, you know what? You're never going to shake off the idea that you're wasted and become president, are you?
No, she's never going to be president. Thank God.
She hasn't announced, but she's going to the usual places. The thing is, a lot of people think it's a book tour. Like if she fakes running for president while she's selling her book, she might build up the momentum to actually run for president, but it's not realistic now, I think is the idea.
Well, yeah, she's on the money laundering tour.
I think the picture of her in the skin tight dress with the crazy hair was fake.
Probably.
She doesn't look as good as the person in that dress looked, or as young. It was like very flattering AI. Like whoever did it was simping for her. And then someone else just went crazy on it and like and propagated the meme. And people were hating on it, but they mashed her up so much that it was like all they did was stick her face on someone else who was okay looking. So it was like, well, you're kind of helping her out. And they gave her like an AI facelift and like de-aged her. Did you see that weird picture the other day where she looked like she was dating one of the guys from Motley Crue in the 80s?
I've seen a lot of bad memes about her. None of them very flattering.
She's not well liked, but it's probably deserved. The one thing that I find weird though is how many people are too dumb to know she's being memed. Like reacting seriously to the meme.
Kind of looks like Guyver.
Yeah. He was the closest thing to a bargain basement Tom Selleck they could get, right?
Yeah, they sort of went with that look. Yeah, buddy, that is Don Fry. A lot of people think it's Jesse the Body Ventura, but nope, Don Fry.
I can tell them apart.
That must be very satisfying shooting your boss in the head.
As long as it never happens on my channel, fine with me.
Oh, that's okay. We'd never shoot you in the head. We have a nice airlock.
Uh, is this before Avengers?
A good number of years before. This is before Iron Man.
Remember Loki with the I Said Neil thing in Germany in Avengers 1?
That's maybe 5 years after this.
They stole that shit from this. It looked like it. It was like the shot was similar and everything. And then they stole the sling ring effect from them too.
Avengers was 8 years after this movie.
What can I tell you? Joss Whedon saw this movie.
Iron Man didn't come out until 4 years after this movie.
It's far more influenced by Starship Troopers. And these uniforms are a little more grounded. These are the most grounded space outfits of all time, huh?
Yeah. Well, they're both really based off of the same SS uniforms, but
That's
at least
true.
in this one, it's considered a style in Japan. The reason all the Starship Troopers uniforms looks like the SS is because the director is a jackass.
Who's the director? That's Paul Verhoeven.
Yeah, and he was trying to tank the movie.
I wish he'd come try to tank my movie. What happened? Was he stuck in Hollywood and wanted out?
He didn't necessarily want to make the movie. He never read the book. He literally had his assistant give him a summary of the book so he can write the script.
The end product was so good that it's acceptable. Maybe they shouldn't have called it Starship Troopers.
It wasn't his intention to make a good, beloved movie. He really hated the project. That's why he intentionally tried to make the Earth Federation look as fascist as possible.
Well, I mean, it was just very believable, and Hugo Boss was huge that year.
Well, they are riding nice Yamahas. Now they're on two different bikes. I'm sorry, buddy. They couldn't get the rights to Kamen Rider for this movie. They would have loved to have him and Ultraman in this movie, but couldn't quite cut it. Yeah, Gavin, definitely ripping off the Matrix. Only the best. This is Godzilla's 50th birthday, after all.
They couldn't have found someone to steal the idea from, a man maybe.
I believe the Matrix creators were still men when this movie came out.
Their pointless fight has proven that they were supposed to be women. Their bickering has proven that at least one set of decisions was correct. They had all that money, and that was the best they could do, too. You ever see how they look? Ugh. Hey, Kev.
Hey, Kevin.
I think we may have said hello earlier, but hey, what the hell? What? So this is Cyberzilla here or something?
Gigan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it took me a minute there. I saw the arm claws.
And Garrus really did benefit from the CGI era. A lot more nimble.
We could finally see what it was he was supposed to be so dangerous for.
Yeah.
He can't be serious. I don't believe he's really sad, Germ.
No, he doesn't look too sad. I think Mila's doing a good role in this one. He's always better as the comic relief to Godzilla.
You mean the humorous distraction?
Yeah. He's better with kids than Godzilla. He tends not to step on them.
He's the humorous distraction jihadist. Look, they got like part of their control center from like the Saudis. Isn't that the thing that Trump used to power up their national defense center when he went there last term, right?
Hey, it might as well be. I think they
Remember that
filmed part of
weird
this in an
ceremony
actual. They may have filmed part of this in an actual government building. They could
probably.
basically film anywhere they wanted in Japan.
No, remember when the Saudis installed like a national defense center and he was there to help them open it and like they all touched this globe together and everything turned on? It was really weird.
Well, the Saudi style is about 20 years behind everybody else at the moment.
This was like 100 years
Except
ahead. It was
Eastern
really
Europe, where
bizarre.
this style is probably around 1600. That Russia-Ukrainian war has not been good to that area of the world. They're about 400 years behind us now.
They're helping us out against Japan, though, at least. I mean, I'm sorry, against Japan, the Islamic Republic of Japan. They're helping us out against Iran. Did you see the Ukrainians sank several Russian ships loaded with anti-American weapons bound for the Tehran regime?
Well, that's what they said. I doubt the Ukrainians had much to do with it.
We all know the Russians are the military suppliers for the Iranians.
Well, yeah, and
Any one
they
less
say
bullet?
the Ukrainians aren't really doing most of the defense in their own country anymore.
Who cares? They still sunk a ship full of weapons aimed at us. I like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was probably a German piloting those drones. Or an
Oh,
American.
you're most likely correct. I would just say, I couldn't find the Ukraine on a map. I mean, I'm told it's in Europe, but I don't have any proof of this. But then again, for a long time, I didn't believe there was an Osama bin Laden.
Well, there is no Osama bin Laden anymore.
Yeah, I like that part too. He kind of got it exactly the way you figured he would, right? Hiding behind a woman.
Hiding behind a woman hooked up to a dialysis machine bungled in from Japan.
Did you find out about that the way I did?
I heard that on an interview with the guy who actually shot him.
No, I mean, did you hear about him being dead the way I did?
Oh, they interrupted every channel and put Barack Obama on.
I found out about an hour before that happened.
I
It
wasn't
hit.
paying that close attention at the time.
Neither was I. I was watching the Mets Phillies game. They had to stop the Sunday night baseball game because the crowd started going insane, chanting USA, and no one knew what was going on. So the umpire stopped the game. The batter stepped out of the box, and Bobby Valentine, former Mets manager, was the ESPN play-by-play guy. Announced it, which I think is very appropriate. He had a New York connection. He was New York manager on 9/11. You don't remember seeing that on the baseball game? Like everyone was freaking out and holding up their phones.
They didn't advertise that.
You can find the video. Just Google it. The weirdest thing is it's the bottom of the ninth with the Mets at the plate and the game tied 1-1. So at the bottom of the screen it says 9/11, and they're announcing that Osama bin Laden is dead, and I'm like, this is too weird. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not we're going to do anything on 9/11. I have a funny feeling it'll be pre-recorded.
Most likely.
I don't think I need to fly off the handle and start talking about how we should have used thermonuclear weapons, right?
Probably best not to.
I think the meltdown during the Star Trek Enterprise, The Expanse, was probably good enough.
Yeah, that would cover it.
How come people think it's unfair that we would have used nuclear weapons on them after that?
Hey, nuclear weapons are always fair.
Yeah. We should start testing them out on Mars. It would be pretty cool. Put a few
I
satellites in
think
orbit to get some video.
well, there's places closer we can test those out.
Yeah, but I mean, if we time it right, we'll be able to watch it at night and we'll see the flash from Earth. You don't think that'd be kind of cool?
Well, if we get the time it right, we can see them testing here. And we
If we
have
launch now,
biological
we can.
test subjects too.
If we plan the launch now, we can have them land. We can have it ready for October, and they'll hit Mars on the 4th of July. What do you think? Like midnight in New York time, so it's at least dark in LA.
Just
The
imagine if
Hawaiians
we
will have
had.
to live without seeing it, right?
Well, that's okay. They're used to it. These ships they designed for this movie are a fair bit better than the ones they've had in the past.
Yeah, they did a good job. Somebody sold out like a sci-fi franchise worth of models. Why does the fate of the world always come down to two gay men?
Just because they're wearing Hawaiian shirts doesn't make them gay.
One guy was wearing a net tank top like the guys from the UFO submarine force. Sith Dan's getting ready to unload one of his takes. I'm sure he's going to be busted on you pretty hard. That's badass. He
Hey,
tried to
Geigen
take.
goes down easy.
What happened? He tried to tase Godzilla and it fed back on him?
No, he tried to use the taser claws, and Godzilla just nuked him.
I like how the hero of Earth looks like Stalin.
Time for Godzilla's world tour.
Yeah, that's some 41, all right, isn't it?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Godzilla's in trouble. What?
Home run. Roasted Zilla.
Well, as we've seen, Godzilla can sort of survive anything like he did in the first movie and like he did in the 98 movie. So, no big deal. I mean, so he killed Godzilla. All that means is pretty soon we'll have more Godzillas.
Hey, head case.
Head
You're just
case,
in
what's up, my
time for
man?
the Godzilla goes on a world tour to take on all monsters.
Jerb and I are going to do a show tomorrow that will turn into a member stream like after the show. Like it'll be an hour maybe show, and then we'll do the member stream. What a month to be an Admiral Teague member. I would have to say An embarrassment of riches. Germ, when you called me up with tears in your eyes and said, "Sir, you have to stop uploading these special member videos," I was touched by your concern for me.
Yeah, I think it was a bit excessive.
You know what? I just love the members of the channel so much. I said, "I've got to do it right now." And you're like, "Sir, 2 weeks." It's like, "But Germ, if I don't make this, the other YouTubers will eat me alive." And he said, "Sir, they just can't do it." I like Sith and Buddy have a pretty good theory about the music choice.
Yeah, as I said, buddy, shitty band for a shitty monster.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't deserve that. I mean, he was not an enviable monster, and he was never Godzilla, but he deserved a little better than that.
Yeah, he deserved to suffer a little more.
Let's be honest though. If that thing was just called like Attack Lizard X, it would have been an okay movie.
What time are we gonna do the stream tomorrow, Teague?
What time do you think works? What time works for you?
Probably 8 or 9 your time.
Yeah, because considering afterwards we have a commitment for like a couple hours with the subs, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, 8, 8 or 9. There will be a post, and then when we go member, we will just make another post with the pass. But here's the thing: if I make the member post and it doesn't get a lot of likes, it won't tell anyone. Like they make you have like a certain amount of posts, and they want them to perform, or they kind of hold that against your channel. Did you know that, Germ?
Hey. Yeah, they're doing a lot of weird stuff. Hey, hello, Basco.
Hey, what's going on? Is that over in the greener pastures?
No, that's in the YouTube. We are not on greener pastures.
I don't see the I see head case. I don't see anyone else
He's
on it.
about 5 minutes ago, right before Dan.
Oh, I see Basco. Hey, Basco scenario. We are doing well. We hope may your way be as pleasant as the Toulousians said.
You have to ask the genetically altered super soldier why he's fighting. It was literally the reason he was born. Don't let the lizard drive. Yeah, we got a handicap match. Rodan and Caesar. And Anguirus.
I don't know if their movie music is better than Sum 41 or Sum 41 sucks, but has a good drummer. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that is, but Sum 41's done with in this movie.
Okay, so this is just some movie music. Wow, this scene sucks. That part, that's cool. That's pretty cool. This is actually starting to sound sort of Sum 41-ish again.
I think they decided to base everything off of the cheap Sum 41 song they're able to get.
I don't think it costs a whole lot to get Sum 41, bro.
No, generally they'll do it for a sandwich.
We have 4 bags of Doritos and 4 cases of beer. You guys in or what? Godzilla vs. Mutant Chinese Rabbit. I'd like, yeah, I have a great idea for this movie. What do you think, Germ? Godzilla versus Hello Kitty.
Yeah, that may be interesting.
Why are several monsters attacking Godzilla at once when he's king of the monsters, especially Anguirus? They're friends.
Well, they're all being
Whoa!
very controlled.
That was
But
badass.
notice Rodan and Anguirus are the ones putting up the biggest fight.
But they're being controlled by the people from Planet X. Sometimes known as Planet Zero or Planet Z. No Godzilla movie would be complete without a clueless, terrible child actor. Did they take that picture with Fujifilm? It didn't look quite too good.
I think it was fake.
Mineola is now like medium sized.
Yeah, he evolved.
They should have killed him while they could, Germ. God, did they ever watch The Sky Captain and The World of Tomorrow over and over, huh?
At this point, I think they just read the original.
Did they call their laser phaser a mazer?
Yep. Mega laser. Now it seems they're ripping off music from Mega Man. Godzilla versus Lib Parade. I think that would be the greatest short since Godzilla versus Bambi. Always good to have a drill on your ship.
By the way, I tried something the day before yesterday that my house is still only recovered from.
What's that?
Whoa, badass! I I cleaned the screen in the air conditioner for the first time since April.
Really?
It's super fucked up my bathtub.
You know you're supposed to clean those out monthly.
Is that true?
It says right there in the freaking instruction manual.
Who reads those? They said remove the tape from the ducts. It just melted off on its own after a couple hours. I mean, you should probably follow the instructions, but like, why should I? Look how well it worked out with the contact lenses when I tried my own thing.
Yeah, just almost cost your eyesight.
It was close, yeah. But I mean, who doesn't want to just waste their money having a contact lens removed with a tweezer by a doctor and having to have a bandage over their eye for like a day?
Holy crap.
That contact lens was the best guitar pick I ever had. What's up?
Well, Headcase hasn't cleaned his air conditioner in 6 years.
You want to take
surprised it's not
that
on
screen?
fire.
All right, Headcase, you want to save some money with the electricity on this one. Here's the deal. You make sure that you have a good like drain in your shower stall or whatever, and you take that thing out, and you might need to drop it right into a garbage bag so you don't fill your house with like the horror that's in there. Then you need to just like put it in your shower with the shower hitting it on hot, as high up as you're able to do it. It doesn't have to be super hot. You don't want to like melt it, but you want to wet that stuff down and get it clumped up and remove it and get it the hell out of your house, because that is just like an allergy fit waiting to happen. Is that the best way to put it, Germ? It's nothing but allergens.
Yeah.
And maybe some like particulate matter if you smoke weed. But I mean, you're not going to get stoned off that. This was like almost as tough as a piece of cardboard. What was on there? Like, there definitely wasn't good airflow.
Yeah, I can imagine.
As a rule, I cleaned it every other year. Yeah, you know what? The idea that like I only would be using it for 6 more weeks doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, you should clean it out at the end of every season.
That might have a lot to do with why you're always congested. And if you were forced to use masks to take transit and stuff, use it while you clean that motherfucking thing. It is a horror story. It's an electric appliance that sucks air into it. Like it wants to gather up that dust. It's all allergens and pollen and stuff. It's like whatever you're allergic to is in there too. You want to get it, like you want to wet it down and wash as much of it as you can into a muddy clump and just get that the hell away from you before it dries out. But if it does dry out, it'll be like a brick if it's anything like what I got out of my air conditioner. But it took days to clean out the tub. I had to like turn on the shower and get like everything inside there wet so it wouldn't start, flaking up into the air. And I have like one of those squeegee things that I use to clean off the floor once in a while. I'll just like shoot some Fantastic on the floor and like squeegee it off. I have a wood floor. It also works wonders in the bathroom. Like that cleans tiles like nothing else.
That's why you want to always maintain proper maintenance on your electrical equipment and all home devices.
We're not experts, but if you use them correctly, there's less chance of a problem. Germ and I are from a world before they had to have a warning on blenders that said, do not stick hand or face inside while operating. Do not put pets inside.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to actually need that for some of these dumber generations.
It's good to know that we were alive before people needed things like seatbelts. Don't go out without a seatbelt. You need it. Everyone else is dumber than the people who listen to this show. Although I have been hearing a lot from people saying that a lot of relief on the male pattern baldness from people who have been regularly watching these channels. One person wrote me from Indiana to tell me that he experienced a lot of weight loss and his wife likes it too. Did you know that, Jerm?
Exactly.
Oh, this fucking thing again?
Mechagigan.
Yeah, you just fit him out with different equipment.
Now he has chainsaws instead of 5.
If you stop watching your if you don't watch more, like it'll grow. Like if you keep watching, there's a shot it just grows back on its own. Like that's what people are telling me. I can't prove it. I'm not a doctor. We've also heard a lot about weight loss stories.
None of this scientifically proven, of course, just satisfied
Just word of
customers
mouth. Yeah,
not
people on Discord.
paid for their very, very generous words.
We can't pay people who don't exist. It's like paying someone in the Afghanistan space program. They stole that out of Star Trek. It's Plato's stepchildren.
Yep.
So these guys watch Star Trek.
Of course.
It's one big parasitic vicious cycle, isn't it? That's why they did the Gorn, isn't it? They're like, fuck them. They stole our idea. Shouldn't they have said like a roll of a dice away rather than a 1 in a million? Because one of these guys is definitely going to pull it off. Oh, hey, shooting lightning out of the hands. I mean, he stole it. George Lucas stole that for Count Dooku.
And now it's 2-on-1.
Jeremy, I was running some computer analysis models. It says that if I'm not careful, I could become so sarcastic that the show will become unlistenable by 2029.
Quite possible.
It's not that it won't be funny. It's just it's like everyone will have Welsh's experience where they're not sure why they listen. They know the show's great, but they're not sure why they listen. Welshie has gotten taller since we've had the show, hasn't he?
It looks like it.
It looks that way to me. I'm not a
compression in the
scientist.
spine.
Yeah. We said we'd make bad Star Trek go away. All new Trek shows canceled. Promises kept, right? Right, Jerm?
Yeah, we're well underway to never being mentioned again.
All I know is their plan to fix it with a movie is not a good idea. Just don't make a movie. You need a good TV show, and you need it to be about 1 year after the last drop of Kurtzman. I don't care if it means we have to wait till early 2028 or Christmas of 2027. And it needs to be something pretty close to Star Trek United. That would be the best thing you could do to renew fans' faith.
Yeah,
Unironically,
that would be a good job.
if you reestablish the original continuity heavily, your movie could still fail, and you would still have a viable Star Trek. Just people want it on TV and they want to see it on TV. And really, look what's happened since they canceled Star Trek. We've been at war continuously.
I blame Kurtzman for that.
It's intensified during his regime for sure. I would say that he was probably 80% responsible for the loss in Afghanistan. What do you think, Jerm?
Yeah, that seems about right.
We can't prove any of this, but you know what? Like, our foreign policy may have been destroyed by someone watching some of his stuff and you're losing focus. I like how Mothra dies the death of every moth like a giant electric bug zapper. What's with the neck shuriken, huh? Oh, how'd that happen?
He forgot about the shurikens. Now they're really ripping off the Matrix.
I thought they elevated it. You know what? It's nowhere near as good as Matrix, but there's a case to be made. It's as good as Matrix Revolutions, right?
No, this is way better than Matrix Revolutions.
Which one has the rave? The second one, right? Or is it the third one?
I think it's the second one.
The fucking stupidest shit I've ever seen. If ever a movie needed to bring in Avery Brooks to play like, Lawrence Fishburne's father to give it some gravitas.
Yeah, Avery Brooks would have been great in that movie.
I think he would have been fantastic as a raver because he's just a crazy old hippie, right? We found that out. A cool, crazy old hippie who doesn't want them to use Cisco, right?
Yeah.
Did he say fuck you about his likeness because he didn't want to be associated with New Trek or because he's just such a weirdo?
He's been telling the Star Trek people to go fuck themselves long before Kurtzman showed up.
I did not see the MTV Movie Awards Matrix parody. At least I don't think I did. The last one I remember was Will Ferrell doing Safe House. God, how long ago was that? 30 years?
Has to be.
Cool. While we watch these people fight, I just want to mention, did you know it takes up to 7 days after exposure to the bad lettuce to get the explosive diarrhea?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that explosive diarrhea from lettuce.
It's in
That's
New
why
York.
I strictly stick to a heavy meat and sugar based diet. So hamburgers and Twinkies.
What do you just put the bun? Use like four Twinkies as a bun and just have like a greasy cheeseburger in the middle, or no cheeseburger because you keep kosher.
Well, not real cheese. It's too natural. Strictly American cheese.
Guys, if you haven't noticed, Germ basically constantly just riffs dry jokes. Uh, they call it a military academy, asshole, or a war college. That guy's got great like. Everyone in this movie has really great like manga hair.
Yeah, they were really wanted to play up the larger than life aspect. They needed to with the humans sharing the screen with Godzilla.
Look at Japanese Nancy Pelosi there trying to get away. Now, I know she's Chinese, not Japanese, but did you hear the good news about Mitch McConnell's widow?
Oh yeah, she got promoted.
Field Marshal. Who is more gay, him or Lindsay?
Huh.
Or is that a case? Is
You
this a
should be
case where you have
verified.
a at this point, like it's like you only a diamond can cut another diamond. They're the two gayest men to ever live, right? Whoa, that was actually kind of cool.
Headcase, you are now verified on this channel.
You drop it in the chat. Did you give him a spanner? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You are now a standard moderator on this channel, Headcase.
Use the wrench only for good.
Yes, use only for good or something funny.
Yeah. You'll never have any problems because we don't count on the mods. We ban crazy people. And we don't talk about it.
Yeah, there are a great number of a certain country up north that
we have hundreds
can't even
of
show up.
people. Yeah. We have hundreds of people in jail in my channel that are all the same person. We have hundreds more that aren't, but we have hundreds and hundreds of the same person in jail. We know that, Headcase. You're the best.
Yeah, you're very trustworthy, Headcase.
You stream with Tom Connors more than I do. Come on. What is he? Some kind of like Twilight sparkly vampire human? What the hell did he just do?
Well, he's the one. He's Neo.
Okay.
But Japanese.
Neo-san.
Exactly. Well, Dan, yes, they did love The Matrix, and this came out in a time where the Matrix trilogy was considered the height of entertainment.
Wow, Jerm, I'm having brainstorm after brainstorm while I'm sitting here on your channel. I just came up with the best name for a playlist. You ready? For all
What's that?
the for Miami Vice, Rockford Files, and stuff like all the military shit I do. What do you think of this? GIs and PIs.
Sounds good.
I think people are really gonna like the show, the name of the Rockford Files show. Guys, we have the best words. There are smarter YouTubers. Price of Reason comes to mind. Mr. Brown comes to mind. But you're not going to find a funnier one. And I'm no midwit. I'm pretty smart. Just not as smart as some people. What do you think, Germ? Can I go toe to toe with Zax in a spelling contest? About as smart as Zax, maybe?
Well, you might be at a little bit of a disadvantage there.
He is pretty smart. Professor R2 definitely kicked my ass intellectually.
Well, he is a professor.
And a droid. A lot of these guys are real good and real smart. It's an honor to have so many colleagues like that. All we've got is entertainment. We're not going to do any big brain tricks. Well, I guess when Sean and JT are around, there are some people who can do it. Germ can pull off one once in a while, too.
I'm only good at faking being smart.
Yeah, but that's the smartest kind of intelligence. That means if someone needed to land a plane, you would just bullshit your way through a pretty decent landing.
Yeah, just 1 or 200 people die on impact.
Germ doesn't like people to know that he was the one who was really at the controls of the Miracle on the Hudson. He learned his craft in Desert Storm, where he was known as Scudbuster Germ. That was badass.
Yeah, I was a ace 6-year-old pilot.
Ready Player One is a documentary. They just changed it to sci-fi stuff because no one would believe Germ's story anyway.
Exactly.
By the way, I don't feel old knowing that Keanu is like 63.
Keanu's way older than 63.
No, he's just about 63. He's not super duper fucking old. He's
No,
not like
he's around
67.
he's around 363.
Oh,
He
yeah,
just dyes his beard
that.
gray just to keep up appearances.
There's an oil painting of him somewhere where he looks exactly the same. Oh wait, I mean, the oil painting has aged.
Finally, Geigen.
But he's right. Monster X rallying back. Kaiser Ghidra.
They got kind of stuff just the word Kaiser in this one.
So the MTV parody stream is pretty good. I'm gonna guess that they're able to pull off some good stunts. We'll be watching that backstage afterwards. Now, if I'm correct, we still got about 20 minutes left in this bad boy, right?
We have about 14 minutes.
I wasn't too far off. This is a beefy boy as far as monster movies go.
Oh yeah. They didn't
Not
know
all
if
the
Godzilla
action.
would actually come back after this, so they wanted to go out with a bang.
You know what? They didn't always have the very best action, but it's never really stopped. Like there has been nonstop action. This movie has short breaks for people to say, "Hey, like this is the ostensible reason that there's going to be this next kaiju fight," and that's about it. Like they really have been brief.
Yeah, they knew what people loved about the show.
Yes, give the people what they want.
Well, Headcase, this came out a year after Matrix Revolutions.
That's not the third one in the trilogy, right? That's the
the
third
third
one in
one
the
in the-
trilogy. That's not the outlier fourth one, right?
No, that's the third one.
What's the outlier fourth one? Resurrected?
I believe so.
And then it's only one Wachowski sister.
Yeah, I believe it's a sister at that point.
Sir! Need I say more?
But to be fair, those Wachowskis kind of went off the reservation around 2010.
Sir!
They were both long gone from sanity by the time that last movie came out.
Oh, yeah. And they weren't talking to each other either. When they were brothers, they were able to work out their differences. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And we've seen the beauty standard for that segment of the population. It's basically Elon's daughter is the best case.
Of course, being Elon's kid can afford the best plastic surgeons.
They're convincing blase looking woman. The only way I can think of to put it.
It's
It's
America
not.
what you can do with paying millions and millions of dollars to the best plastic surgeons on earth.
It might only be facial reconstruction stuff too. Yeah, we don't know how far they took it. The plumbing might still be the same. By the way,
It's many.
I sometimes check my tweets against ChatGPT. Did you know that if you tweet out that you think that Uncle Tom's smallish cabin in the woods and the Uncle Thomas Crown affair are needless, stupid, race swapped bullshit? If you're black, it's kind of okay, but if you're white, it's istophobic, according to ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT's kind of nuts.
Grok was even more fucking crazy about it. Grok is liberal as shit.
So Minnie's the hero. He saves all the humans' lives.
He's got no fucking ears. Come on, sir. Why is there always a dumb love story in these?
They have to have an excuse to have the hot chick kiss somebody.
Godzilla's been a threat for so long. I am hereby ordering Japan, the Islamic Republic of Japan, to evacuate all their women to New York.
So you want King Kong to have them?
Uh, I call mine Batman, but yeah. Where's this kaiju theme? This music sucks.
That kaiju theme is generally saved for when he's the bad guy.
You know what? Just use it. It's just music. Oh, Kumi Mizuno. I like his work. I've also been a Kenji Sahara fan for a long time. Mariston Eve does some good work. What a film.
Yeah. A great send off for the King of the Monsters.
So, Jerm, what happened after this movie?
Well, they put Godzilla on a 12-year hiatus. They were planning for longer, but somebody fell in love with the Shin Godzilla script and they decided to make that.
Monsters.
And that's exactly what we'll be watching next week. My apologies in advance, is not a great movie. It is a very poor example of a Godzilla movie.
I'm going to step it up and be extra funny next week.
That would be helpful.
I might watch the movie in advance.
Yeah, I'd say it is the second worst Godzilla movie. Well, it is actually the worst Godzilla movie. Not counting animated. And of course, the American ones aren't actually Godzilla. If it's made by TriStar or by Legendary Pictures, it is not actually Godzilla.
Good point.
That's why we won't be covering any of those movies on this channel.
We're not going to watch the Hollow Earth movies?
No.
Can we at least watch
those movies?
Skull Island?
Yeah, we might be able to watch Skull Island because there's no Godzilla.
That one's good. But that was good. It's also an enjoyable movie. Yeah, the stupid is woven right into it, but like, tell me there's a less annoying Brie Larson movie, or a less annoying Tim Hiddleston movie, or a less annoying Samuel L. Jackson movie since maybe, I don't know, Do the Right Thing?
And yes, buddy, the Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider, very good. Shin Godzilla, for some reason, didn't really hit the mark. I think the whole mutation part and Godzilla constantly evolving didn't really hit with the Godzilla audience. But we'll deal with that next week. Teague, what you got coming up?
Oh boy, do I ever have something special coming out tomorrow at 1 p.m. We'll be dropping an amazing 8.5-minute video that compresses about 35 minutes of the show into some real brisk slideshow assisted, very enjoyable upload with the core of the conversation, some real smart stuff. We got all of Mark's take. There was very limited editing of people just for repetition and verbal fumbles. It was an extremely strong analysis at the end of the show. And it's my pleasure to have packaged it. And Jerem is going to be forced to watch it now to rate it. But you guys can watch it when it drops tomorrow. Well, I mean, the worst part of it was probably you.
Of course, that's my goal each week.
You never disappoint. You're gonna have to start trying harder. Tomorrow night, the Admiral Teague member stream after the Rockford Files, Saving Rockford. Tomorrow night on Admiral Teague show. What do you think? Should we call it Saving Rockford?
Yeah, it's a good title for the live stream.
You know what? I am not going to accept a Rockford who has activist neighbors that he does free work for and like works for a crusading female lawyer who's his best friend.
I think they already made that show.
It's called Bones.
Yeah, and they had the same star.
Yeah, she was a freaking forensic psychiatrist or whatever, but yeah, a pathologist or whatever. The thing is, it doesn't make any sense. Like, David Boreanaz is a perfect Rockford to look at. He probably has the acting ability to do Rockford. The middle of his face and the middle of James Garner's face are really similar. And I'm just going to admit it. I don't know about you, but like, Jerm, I've been looking forward to watching Rockford Files. Like, I put on 2 episodes last night.
Yeah, it's a very enjoyable show.
Shockingly
And,
so, right?
yeah, and I agree, buddy. Skull Island is the best of the MonsterVerse, and
Yeah.
personally, the only one I actually like. The rest are one and done viewing.
Let's face it, the thing that makes it the best is that it is like almost completely non-connected to the rest of their nonsense, which aside from like that movie where there's a very light analysis of their monster causality, it is stupid as fuck how they justified the existence of the monsters in that particular story. In the Skull Island context, that maybe Skull Island has some vents in the center of the earth, and there's like, that's fine. That's voyage to the center of the earth. But when you taking it even one step further didn't work. None of their movies worked except that one. That one worked because Brie Larson has really big cans of soda.
Yes.
And also, like, I think that movie is pretty good evidence that Disney messed up her brain because before Captain Marvel and then in the lead up to the Marvels and since, have you noticed that she's been normal? And I think she retweeted, was it Ryan Kinnell?
I'm not sure about that, but yeah,
No,
Disney was not great for her.
she did. She liked or retweeted Ryan. She DM'd him and like retweeted him or something. Like there's like you could see her on that show. It's trending that way. It's trending that way. I'm not saying absolute.
Well, she wouldn't be the first woman's brain that Disney's damaged.
They're actually doing it on purpose now. I think Moses Ingram is the template, the chick from the Obi-Wan show who was warned ahead of time that she should hate all fans. It's like, yeah, that's gonna work. We want to see her now that you told her that.
Exactly. But we do gotta get going. Thanks for stopping
Guys,
by, everybody.
see you tomorrow.
Go back up in the chat, check out that Matrix parody that Headcase posted.
We'll be watching that in about 10 minutes.
We'll be back next week with Shin Godzilla. And if you have any suggestions for what to watch after we're done with Godzilla, we'll only have 2 more movies. Don't be shy about suggesting them in the chat next week or the week after. We'll have a poll. Right now, we have 2 of the suggestions. We have Ray Harryhausen and we have Gamera. So we're looking for
Ray Harryhausen's superior.
Maybe. We need 2 more slots for the poll. And we'll see you next week.
We love you all.